Today, we are celebrating Juneteenth. It was June 19th, 1865, when enslaved people in Galveston found out they were free.
Yeah, this discovery came nearly 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed. And today we celebrate the national holiday with a brand new short film. It's called If They Took Us Back, and it's about what could have happened if history had taken an alternative direction more than 150 years ago. So joining us this morning to tell us more about the film is writer and director Holly Charles Pearson. Good morning to you, Holly. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we want to start off with the film's title. Fill us in. What is the meaning behind this for you, Holly?
If They Took Us Back really it's a provocative title, right? And it really does insist and force audiences to reimagine what would have happened if at the end of the Civil War, all formerly enslaved people were sent back to Africa. And by doing that, you really have to think about the value and the social constructs created around African Americans and how that would change if there were time. And so this was my way to do that in this alternate history film. If you've ever seen The Butterfly Effect, we kind of go back in time and say, what if we went back and we changed history? Our tagline is "History Makes Us." This allows us to say, how wonderful, how many contributions have been made by African Americans to American history and culture.
Yeah, this is really fascinating. Holly, talk to us about the inspiration behind this.
So I was in education for about 15 years. I taught English, I taught literature, I taught African American history and African American studies. And honestly, as I was teaching my students, I would always think about how fragile that decision was and how it could have gone an entirely different way. And the tagline of our film, again, is "History Makes Us," right? And so we really reflect upon people's value in society based off of what happened during history. And I thought, man, this is an opportunity for us to go back and look at the opportunity to shift everything and to really celebrate who African Americans are. What would America be without the contribution of music and food and art and innovation and technology that was brought forth by African Americans? And I thought this would be a really, really great way to explore history alternatively, but to also create a way to really appreciate African American culture.
And Holly, today it's a historical day. Also, is Juneteenth with the release scheduled for today. What does that mean for you as well? For those both to time up together.
Of course, we recognize Juneteenth 2 years after, right, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed as this wonderful day in Texas where African Americans learned of their freedom. This, to me, is one of the greatest American holidays because it celebrates the greatest part about America, and that is freedom. And so for me as an African American woman, I thought, I'm a filmmaker and I have this film that explores history. This is the best day that I could possibly think of to celebrate Black culture, Black excellence, and Black freedom. And so we're really excited about this Saturday at Emancipation Park. We're going to be on sacred ground, right? At Emancipation Park, being able to not just screen the film, but have a mini doc where it documents the entire process. We have performances from our featured soundtrack artist, Daniel Fears, will be performing. We have local Black vendors who will be there for our audiences as they come in and go out. We also have the entire cast who has flown in for a Q&A. So in real time, you can get those answers about what it felt like to be able to travel back in time, so to speak, and change history and then to play these roles. And so I couldn't have thought of a better time than Juneteenth to be entertained, to be informed, and to be inspired.
Listening to you speak, Holly, about this film is really inspiring. It's extremely impactful. What impact do you want people to take away from this film?
I love that question. I think everyone's going to take away something different, but I think the ultimate goal is for us to really challenge ourselves to look at social constructs and why they were created in that way. I ask myself, does absence really make the heart grow fonder? Would we go back, if we went back in time and there was a 160-year exile of African Americans to this country, would we be valued and appreciated more? And my personal opinion is that it would be. This gives us that opportunity to do that in a way that is not patronizing, in a way that is factual, but in a way that this really challenges you to, again, reevaluate and reimagine our society as we know it.
Incredibly thought-provoking. Holly, we do want to take a few seconds to watch a portion of the trailer of your film.
Please.
Look over there. Well, I guess you don't need luck when you're black. In America.
My brother, my confidant, my everything, Daniel. After more than 2 decades of friendship, I can't believe you're leaving the whole continent of Africa.
Why do you think I'm going to the U.S.?
None of us returning tomorrow are real descendants.
What does that say about us?
That we are smarter than them.
Reparations just some excuse to get us back in their clutches, and you know it. Free state-of-art housing, free chauffeurs and butlers, free education, free.
And you are rich. You are practically royalty here. I have an opportunity to have this too.
She even know who you really are? Your real voice?
Grandma, I gotta leave. But I know you don't understand why.
Wanda.
Wow, so well done, and as Brittany said, so thought-provoking. I want to see more. Holly, where can folks watch the entire film?
Please come out this Saturday. Continue your Juneteenth celebrations by joining us at Emancipation Park. We'll be indoors at their cultural center. We've had some questions about that. We're definitely indoors for this immersive cinematic event. And so that will be Saturday, June 22nd, again, Emancipation Park, 3 o'clock and 7 p.m. We have 2 different screenings that we invite you to. Well, and I hope to see you two there.
Yes. Oh, well, I know I anchored the weekend, so I know we're going to have to be checking this out. So, Holly, we're so grateful for your time and your perspective on everything this morning.
Thanks for having me this morning, you all. Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah. Same to you. Thanks, Holly. We do appreciate it. Remember, you can watch the short film tonight at the State Theater at 7 this evening, and on Saturday at Emancipation Park Cultural Center at either 3 in the afternoon or 7 in the evening. We, of course, will put a link to where you can get your tickets and more information on the film inside this article on our website, clicktohouston.com.